Hello, here we are again, and the title of this chapter is called Happy. A few months ago, these men were supposed to possess the things which make men happy. They had what all the world is seeking so strenuously: money. They lived in palatial homes and were surrounded with luxuries, and yet, the moment misfortune came, what they called happiness fled as though it had the wings of a bird. These men felt secure because they had that which most people are struggling so hard to get. They had supposed themselves so firmly entrenched in the wherewithal of life, so buttressed by their solid investments, that nothing could shake them. But, almost in the twinkling of an eye, their foundations slipped from under them, their reputations vanished, and, instead of being the big men they thought they were, they not only found that they were nobodies, but also that their happiness had flown with their reputations. Happiness is not such a transient visitor as that. It is not superficial, it is not a flattering flyaway unreality. It does not live in things, it does not depend upon money. It inheres in character, in personality. It consists in facing life the right way, and no one who faces it the wrong way, no matter how much money he may have, can ever be happy. The trouble with many of the men who went down in the panic was that they put the emphasis upon the wrong thing. Man is built upon the plan of honesty, of rectitude, the divine plan. When he perverts his nature by trying to express dishonesty, chicanery, and cunning, of course he cannot be happy. The very essence of happiness is honesty, sincerity, truthfulness. He who would have real happiness for his companion must be clean, straightforward, and sincere. The moment he departs from the right, she will take wings and fly away. What a pitiable thing it is to see the human race chasing the dollar, material things, trying to extract happiness, to squeeze joy out of money alone. How little people realize that the very thing they are hunting lives in themselves or nowhere, that if they do not take happiness with them, they may hunt the heart over without rending it. Happiness is a condition of mind. It is a fundamental principle, and he who does not understand the principle cannot possibly be happy. All the misery and the crime of the world rest upon the failure of human beings to understand the principle that no man can really be happy until he harmonizes with the best thing in him, with the divine, and not with the brute. No one can be happy who tries to harmonize his life with his animal instincts. The God, the good, in him is the only possible thing that can make him happy. Real happiness cannot be bribed by anything sordid or low. Nothing mean or unworthy appeals to it. There is no affinity between them. Founded upon principle, it is as scientific as the laws of mathematics, and he who works his problem correctly will get the happiness answer. There is only one way to secure the correct answer to a mathematical problem, and that is to work in harmony with mathematical laws. It does not matter that the great majority of the human race believe there is some other way of reaching the happiness goal. The fact that they are discontented, restless, and unhappy shows they are not working their problem scientifically. We are all conscious that there is another man inside of us, that there accompanies us through life a divine, silent messenger, that other, higher, better self, which speaks from the depths of our nature and which gives its consent, its amen to every right action and condemns every wrong one. Men and women in all times have tried to bribe this constant monitor, to purchase its approval, to silence it in nervous excitement, to drown it in vicious pleasure, with drink and with drugs, but all in vain. Men in every age have disregarded his warning, have tried in every possible way to get away from his tormenting reproofs when they have done wrong, but no amount of dissipation or excitement has ever been able to silence his voice. It always continues to give its unbiased, unbribed approval or disapproval to whatever we do. There is nothing in which people deceive themselves so much as in the pursuit of happiness. There is only one way to find it, that is, by obeying the laws upon which we are built. We are constructed along the lines of truth and justice, and we cannot reach felicity by disobeying these, the very laws of our nature. So long as we continue to do evil, to get money by unfair means, by robbing others or taking advantage of them, so long as our ambition is to get rich anyway, we can never attain true happiness because we are going in the wrong direction. We are introducing discord into our natures, encouraging the very opposite to what we are seeking. It's just as impossible for a person to reach the normal state of harmony while he is practicing this grasping method as it is to produce harmony in an orchestra with instruments that are all jangled and out of tune. To be happy, we must be in tune with the infinite within us, in harmony with our better selves. There is no way to get around it. The idea that we can practice wrong in our vocations, in our dealings with men, or in our pleasures, and then periodically seeks forgiveness in our prayers or through our churches, the idea that a man can do wrong and be forgiven without remedying the wrong, or without forsaking the sin, has done more harm than almost any other thing in civilization. A clear conscience, a clean life, the elimination of envy and hatred are necessary to all high enjoyment. Nature has fixed her everlasting edict against complicated living. You can never force pleasure. It must be natural. It must come from sin living. Real happiness is so simple that most people do not recognize it. They think it comes from doing something on a big scale, from a big fortune, or from some great achievement, when in fact it is derived from the simple, the quietest, the most unpretentious things in the world. Little kindnesses, pleasant words, and else by the way, trifling courtesies and encouragements, duties faithfully done, unselfish service, work that we enjoy, love and affection. All these are simple things, yet they are what constitute happiness. I really love this book. It is He Can Who Thinks He Can by Orison, Swett, Marden. All his books, they are copyright free. He wrote many. Look for it.